Hello and welcome back. We're here for the final round of YCS Utrecht 2020. 2020? Yeah, 2020. So, without further ado, let's get this last match on the go. I'm very excited about this match. You guys will find out soon why. But let's introduce our players. So first we have Zoltan from Hungary. How's it going?
Just come on.
We just have a chat.
Yeah, hello.
I see you. I've seen you at YCSs for many years now. How many YCSs have you been to?
Well, I've been playing for 7 years. I've been traveling for like 5 years, so it's over 20.
Wow, that's a lot of YCSs. That's yeah, sometimes more tournaments than people have been to.
Yeah, indeed.
Please take a seat. And last but not least, we have Rusty from Germany. Come on in. Ooh, you got an applause. Say hello to the fans.
Hi.
I was expecting them to clap now. Come on. He says hi.
Hey. Thank you.
Okay, Rusty, tell me, were you expecting to get this kind of record with this deck at the tournament?
So I was very well prepared for this event, and then the shadow structure came out, and I was not very sure anymore. So I did not expect to get so far in this tournament. So I played against one friend from Berlin, and he defeated me in the third game, and now I'm here with one lost and try to take it to the day 2. Yeah.
Okay, please take a seat. Have you guys decided who's going first? Please take some dice and have a go. Let's find out. Whoa, that's pretty strong. So, Zoltan will begin. For the final time, let's take it over to our Italian casting duo. It's Marcello and Alberto. Take it away, guys.
Welcome to round 9 of YCS Utrecht 2020, the last round for day 1 of Swiss. So we will have 3 more to tomorrow and top 64, because this is such a huge event, so we have to keep an eye on this.
Yeah.
So for this last round, we picked even one more deck that we have not seen yet, which is Zoltan and his Orcus deck. So once more,
yeah,
the
once more
Forbidden
another
list.
deck that was hit by the Forbidden Unlimited list. But anyway, I mean, the deck is still here, still rocking, and
Yeah.
this guy is sitting with 7-1 record.
Yeah,
Pretty
he
impressive.
tried basically to change a lot of things. It seems like he's playing it as a control deck. He has a lot of end shops, close to the 12 range.
Yeah.
And it's working out very well for him. These players are X1, so they, no matter what, will advance to day 2. But ending up on an 8-1 record gives you a lot of good chances for top cut. But just as a story, his opponent Rusty is on Luna Light.
Yeah, I mean, he's rolling on a Luna Light deck. I mean, it's totally understandable. One of those decks is really hard to beat in this format, but not that many players decided to play it, which is okay. I mean, but anyway, Rusty just lost one match throughout the whole weekend, and
Yeah, it's interestingly enough, though, he's playing the Double or Nothing
Yeah.
that was made popular by Jesse Cotton last summer, and he's playing 2 copies of it.
yeah,
Like-
I mean, maybe he really wants to see it. I mean, if he opens it, he really wants to go like
Yeah,
for
because
the OTK
if you open
anyway.
it, then you need to search one.
Exactly.
So he really wants to go for it. And he's even playing the rank up that was just freely.
Yeah.
It was forbidden before. So it's going to be an interesting one. And just before jumping into this match, they are both kind of players that have been traveling a lot, as we were saying,
Yeah.
competing in a lot of events. But they missed their breakout performance. Zoltan especially being younger. We had the pleasure, I got to say, of meeting him at this year Hungarian National Championship.
Yeah.
And I think he reminds me a lot of Samir. So he has such a joyful spirit, I think, if you agree. So he's like one of those players that is really happy just to be here. So I thought it was a really good chance to and deserve to give him a spotlight on the future match. So as we were saying, his opponent, though, is also known. You said that you played against him in the past.
Yeah, I played him once. I don't remember which was. Yes, it was, but I think it was maybe the Pendulum format with True Draco. I mean, he's a known player from Germany. He's a good player. It's not by chance that he's sitting here with a 7-1 record.
Yeah.
And it's going to be quite interesting because, as you were saying before, Zoltan is playing a cool version of this deck. I mean, he's look quite consistent. I mean, like,
Yeah. I mean, we know that from back there at the Hungarian National Championship, he was playing Orcust.
Yeah.
So it seems like he just sticked with it
Yeah.
and try and master it. And to be honest, I feel like a lot of people just disregarded the deck for this event.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those decks that you really don't think about when you want to enter an event like this, but it's actually showing that you can still play a deck like this. And I mean,
The thing is, Artifact Lancia was for almost 6 months like the most popular side deck
Yeah,
card in
indeed.
everyone deck.
Yeah.
Now it's probably disappeared from 90 and plus percent.
yeah, exactly.
This is paying off for Zoltan, but I think this is enough talk for this. One last match for the day. Our players are ready. Who is going to advance with a X1 record? Let's find out. So we can take a look at these hands already. Both of these guys, by the way, are playing Magician Soul.
Yeah.
We didn't really see it in Orcust yet, but it makes sense because it works out well with the Crescendo.
Yeah, I mean, it has a really good synergy. It's something that you don't see that many often, but
And he wins the Darrell and opens up with the Dark Grapher.
yeah.
Really strong opening here. He does see even Nibiru and Ash Blossom.
Wow.
Wow, this end is incredible. Nibiru is so strong against Lunalight
Yeah.
because now there is no more Azathoth in the format,
Exactly.
so it's tougher to play around it. So
Really good hand here from Zoltan.
yeah, it seems like a very solid hand. He can
Yeah.
set up all of his combos, potentially go for a Masquerena. It depends what he thinks his opponent is playing.
Yeah.
At the same time, these guys have been at the top tables for the entire event. There is a really good chance that they know what each other is playing.
Yeah.
So maybe we will see something based off that.
Here comes the Calatia. Is going to activate his effect, returning back his monster, and then is going to search for the Crescendo.
And as we were mentioning, it is one of those very unique cards in Rusty's hand.
Yeah.
It's the newly playable Phantom Knight's rank up magic, which he actually uses in a very peculiar way. It was used back in the day to summon the Azathoth during your opponent's turn. Luckily, you're not able to do that anymore, but he still has quite some interesting options with the Kali Yuga.
Yeah,
Anyway.
exactly.
Wow, so he
Okay,
picks
ooh.
up another of his deck cards. Perfect here to force out the Crescendo.
Yeah, we haven't seen this card for like years, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a good card also because you can easily out the
Yeah, it's
Mystic
been a while.
Mine.
It's the Galaxy Cyclone, which basically allows you to destroy a face-down spell and trap, but the turn, not just the turn it's sent to the graveyard, but from the next turn on, you can banish it and destroy a face-up one, so useful against cards like Mystic Mine, because the deck plays Foolish Brutal Goods.
Yeah. Anyway, Rusty has a really good hand, but as I was saying before, I played him once, and by the moment that he's playing Lunalight and he won 7 rounds, I think that is maybe considering anyway the options that Zoltan could have a Nibiru in his hand. So
I mean, at the same time, I'm not sure because he's playing the Utopia double combo. I feel like you really just go for it, don't
yeah, I mean,
you?
I will go for it anyway because, like, I mean, things are really looking good for him because his hand is really powerful.
Yeah.
And okay, like for example, as we were saying before, he drew a copy of Double or Nothing. That's why he's playing 2.
Yeah, but maybe will be actually his punishment because
Yeah.
if you think about it, if he has the Double or Nothing, then he knows that he cannot go for the combo.
Yeah.
In this case, he's playing 2, which means that he will probably go for the combo, but he even has the Magician's Soul to just go and fish for more draws. This is an incredible opening here from Rusty.
Yeah.
Just another of these combo decks that you can play this in this event.
Yeah, I mean, he also picked up a foolish Boreal and the Tiger. And
Do you think he's able to go like Appaloosa before to play around the Nibiru?
I
It's
think,
possible.
Yeah, I think he can. I think he can for sure. I mean, he has to go for Appaloosa.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
I mean,
he cannot. Okay, let's see.
This is
okay,
the
with the
third summon.
Zephyros, I think
Yeah,
here
with the Zephyros
you
he
can do it.
Yeah, for sure.
So maybe Rusty will be playing around Nibiru. So if he goes for Zephyros here, bounce back the Tiger, then he just goes Appaloosa.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna go for it.
And he's really speeding things up here because maybe he knows what he's going for.
Yeah, because if he goes for this, then yeah, it's gonna be Appaloosa and double
Yeah.
or nothing. Maybe this is just the way he wins this game. Is he going for it?
Yeah.
Yes. So very well played here by Rusty, and very unfortunate for Zoltan.
Yeah, Rusty
Maybe-
played his cards, and
Do you think he should have just foolish? Like he has the Ash Blossom for the foolish, right?
yeah,
I think you gotta see that coming, and you gotta use the Ash Blossom there.
yeah. I mean, he could have used the Ash Blossom there. It could have been okay. I mean, I can't
Because
blame his
now
decision.
I'm pretty sure this is game over,
Yeah.
because we will see the double or nothing combo, and it seems like even though Zoltan opened up pretty ideal
Yeah.
and Rusty just had too much, and he could play around both Nibiru and Ash Blossom. Yeah,
Here it comes.
I think Zoltan is realizing what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, as we were saying before, you can never really know who's gonna win a game.
Yeah.
Also because here he was able to come back. Oh, okay, he now activates the
But now,
Ash. Oh, okay.
Wait.
I think he.
wait, what's going on?
I mean, I think
Yeah.
he dropped the Ash Blossom on the Utopia.
Yeah, but then the Appaloosa was chained,
I'm
and I thought he
confused.
went for the Nibiru, but no, I'm actually confused to what
yeah.
happened there, because did he allow the search?
I mean, like, because things were really fast, because like he discarded the Ash, and I
Yeah.
think I don't know if he chained the Nibiru, because like maybe he negated the Ash Blossom with the Appaloosa. I don't know.
No, he for sure negated the Ash Blossom with the Appaloosa, right? But then he
Yeah.
attempted to use the Nibiru there, and I'm not quite
I don't know
sure
what happened, because like Zoltan scooped.
yeah. Did he miscount it? No, because
No, I mean, like there were more than 5 summons for sure.
because it's once per chain.
It's once per chain. Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking about. Like I thought the judge said something, so maybe it's also possible that he said okay to the search, and maybe afterwards he realized. That's the only thing.
Or
I'm
maybe he
thinking about.
realized after. Yeah.
Because it seems like he was going for the play. So I mean, anyway, it's probably something that we can ask.
The players after this round.
After the round, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's see now at the
Regardless
side.
of this, really well played by Rusty.
Yeah.
He understood that his opponent could be holding a Nibiru,
Yeah.
and he played around that perfectly. Maybe the Ash Blossom was a little too greedy from Zoltan.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame really this decision also because like Rusty had some few cards left in his hand, but I think Ash Blossom could have been dropped by Zoltan in that
Yeah.
spot. I don't know.
It's close.
Yeah,
but
it could have
now,
been
I mean,
close,
we
yeah.
just gotta move on, and they both have knowledge of what their opponent is playing. And I gotta say, Zoltan has quite a few tools. So Drone Lock Bird is
Yeah.
quite useful. And you're also playing the full set of Solemn Judgments when you go first. Those are really good.
Yeah.
What do you think Rusty is gonna put in?
I think he's going second. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Zoltan is going first for sure. But going second, he has like really good cards. For example, he's playing 3 copies of Gameciel, which we haven't seen
enough.
this weekend. It's fair enough. Not that much.
Usual
that we-
mine, maybe?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
does have the Mystic Mine. And to be fair, that seems to be pretty good.
Yeah.
So maybe we will see just a similar game where they keep on siding Mystic Mine in. And it's also possible that he goes for the Cosmic.
Yeah.
Because Cosmic Cyclone is so good against both Babel and the Crescendo. So I think they have a lot of tools. It will be a close one, I gotta say.
Yeah, this is gonna be quite interesting. But if you were like Zoltan and you just lost a game like this, would you rather consider the option to go second?
I don't think so. I really think your end was underwhelming, and I still wondering to like what happened there,
Yeah.
because I think there could have been a difference. But anyway, they have already drawn their cards, and I do see a Gameciel from Rusty. So
Yeah.
let's just move on to this game 2 and see if Zoltan can put it even. His hand, wow, it's really bad. Unfortunately, he drew an unplayable hand, and he's just gonna be forced to set double call by the Graven Pass. Very unfortunate here.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate for him. He cannot do anything. I mean, he's really up to Rusty at this
Yeah.
moment.
But at the same time, his opponent had a really good way of dealing, and he's almost not happy with this because he had Gameciel and the Mystic Mine. Plus the Foolish Burial Goods, which I'm sure he just set. With that, you can just send the Perfume, discard one of your dangers. So it
Yeah.
seems like his hand is so good.
Okay.
The Gamashel gets discarded. And I would be surprised if he does. Oh, wow.
Okay, there's the tiger.
Yeah. He draws even the Kaleidoshik, and yeah, seems like this is gonna be very tough. He can now use the goods, send the perfume, banish it, discard Tsuchinoko, get the tiger, for example, and he just gets so much advantage out of this. Zoltan does have the Nibiru once more, and maybe this time with the Call by the Grave, he can prevent his opponent from going into Appaloosa.
Yeah, as we were saying before, Rusty really needs to be careful about Nibiru, but I think he can play around it. I mean,
yeah, but once more
see.
we might see the second copy of Double or Nothing being extremely good for Rusty.
Yeah, things are really looking good for us at this moment. Zoltan has to copy of Cold by the Grave, but not that much that he can do at the moment.
Do you use Cold by the Grave here? What do you think?
I mean, I would wait for Tiger for sure.
But maybe you have 2 copies, right? So you can use one here.
Okay, so yeah, you can use one and then save the second copy. Why not?
Because to be honest, if he uses this double Cold by the Grave, I think he is fine. And he has a lot of really good top decks. So well played here by Zoltan. And when the scale will come down, he will just use the other Cold by the Grave.
Other Cold, yeah.
Obviously, you gotta wait for the activation. Yeah. So now you Call by the Grave here, and he stops him. So nice. He's completely stopped here, and there is not too much he can do from this point on.
Exactly.
I think it's just double attack and pass.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, Zoltan really needs to pick up something out of his deck, and I mean,
so
it's really top deck.
Rather than double, it's all or nothing in this case. What can he pick up? One of the best cards that I can think of is the Scrap Recycler.
Yeah.
That would be probably game. Can he draw it? He drew, I think, the
Orcos
symbol.
card, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's symbol. Yeah, it's symbol. Kind of tough. I don't think that does it. He really had so many good draws, like the Scrap Recycler would have been so good.
Dark Refer.
Even the Orchestrated Return to discard the Nightmare.
Foolish Burial.
Foolish. He had so many good cards. Armageddon Knight, Magician Soul even.
He had a lot of good cards, yeah. And
very unfortunate draws, yeah. You gotta feel bad here for Zoltan.
yeah.
He's just gonna set a monster and pray that he doesn't lose here. And hopefully Rusty is gonna pick up something. I think it's another spell, right?
I think it was a Gamesiel. Because he has Mystic Mine in his hand,
yeah,
right?
but now it seems like this is too tough because you just use the Kaleido again, send the other Mertens, and you just get so much advantage. And I'm pretty sure that if he played around Nibiru in the first game, he will play around it now.
That was pretty unfortunate for Zoltan. Nothing that he can do at the moment.
Maybe here you can also go into the Utopia.
Yeah.
And I think it would be 1, 2, 3 summon. So you play around Nibiru by going Utopia. You attack with the Nessie, and it's enough damage to just win the game.
Yeah.
So I think he has more than enough to just
I mean, he
close
could
it.
just easily go for Utopia and seal the game.
Let's see. You still wanna be careful, but honestly, the set master, there are very few things that they would set.
Yeah.
I think you can pretty much give it away for. I mean, I guess you can play around Ash. Maybe they would set Ash Blossom there. So if you attack with Nessie, then you risk a lot. But
yeah, it needs to be careful. But I think that Rusty.
Yeah, and we do know that face down monsters are sometimes scary. Cough, cough, Jonas Kosh. No shade intended. But
yeah, I mean, he decides to go for the Utopia anyway, just taking the risk. I mean, it does make sense. I mean, he plays double or nothing for this reason, and he decides to go for game. I mean, I can't blame his decision.
yeah, but I mean, it's risky, but unfortunately for Zoltan, this is gonna pay off. Oh, and this is the way to play around it. With the Gameshel here, very well played, even if it was the Ash. You can just attack, use the double or nothing, and I think we're gonna see an handshake. Yeah, Rusty takes it, wins it 2-0, and we'll move on with an X1 record. Let's just quickly go back to us for the post-match analysis. It was, it was a match not quite as like back and forth as we were hoping, but you gotta give credit to Rusty.
Exactly.
We were kind of skeptic about his decision to play 2 copies of Double or Nothing, but he
paid off.
completely dominated the match.
Yeah, I mean, as we were saying before, playing double copy that allows you to search the second one just in case, and you can just OTK your opponent. That's what happened in game 1. So,
And
I mean,
yeah, even in game 2 you opened the second copy.
Exactly. So I mean, nothing that Zlatan could do.
Definitely surprising. I would think that maybe he would consider siding out the second copy, but instead he just kept it even after game 1. But I felt bad for Zoltan. Even in game 1, his hand was okay, but also on the weak side. And in game 2, it was so unplayable.
Yeah, I mean, he opened it like really bad. He had to call by the grave, and he survived 1 turn. He could have drawn like
so many cards. I think
like,
at that point he had so many draws. Like, and any of those draws was not just like good. It was game, like game over for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes it happens. We saw it last round with the Infernoid player. Unfortunately, we see it again with Zoltan, but these guys are definitely not out regardless.
Exactly.
Zoltan will move on with a 7-2 record, still pretty solid. Tomorrow he has a good chance because by being top 64 is slightly easier than usual, but you have 1 more round.
Exactly.
So lot of different matches for today. Obviously want to thank you all of you guys for watching and for following our 9 rounds of Swiss today. But we do have the winner and one of the players that might make it into the top cut, who is Rusty. Thank you again for watching. Let's go to Luke and Rusty for the final interview of the day.
Hello, thank you very much, Marcello. I'm here with Rusty. How's it going? You feeling pretty good after that?
Yeah, very good, because in game 1s I wanted to play the safe way and summon Appaloosa before going into Utopia double, and yeah, he had the Ash, he had the Nibiru, and it works out perfectly. Yeah. But he could maybe chain the Nibiru to the Appaloosa, but he choked this.
So you were saying before the game that you didn't really expect too much to do with your deck in this tournament. Why is that?
It's because of the Shadow structure deck. I was testing very much, and then in the last 2 tournaments, Shadows topped. And I wasn't so sure about Lunar Light anymore, because if they summon Winder, I have not many outs to that. And I have to hope to going first, and they don't start the super polymerization to fuse my monsters array. That's
what outs are you playing, if any? What outs are you playing to Winder in the main deck?
In the main deck, I don't play any outs to.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's risky, like Utopia double. It's the game plan, and for the side deck, I have the Gammy Seals and the Mystic Mine to grind the game out. So yeah.
So, I mean, we've seen Mystic Mine quite a lot today. What's your plan if you are able to establish that Mystic Mine? Where do you go from there?
Yeah, I'm playing Mystic Mine against 2 or 3 monsters, so going into Utopia double to play safe, you can't activate any hand traps, and then finish with Utopia double.
So you're hoping, obviously, they have more than just Winder on the board.
Yeah. Right.
So that was 9 rounds. How are you feeling about tomorrow now then?
Yeah, I hope to win 2 more rounds tomorrow to make it to the top cut, and then let's see how far I can get with this deck.
I mean, it's Marcello just detailed this. Obviously, it's top 64 with there being so many players. So, yeah, an X2 record probably will get you there.
Yeah.
Or maybe X2, X3.
Yeah. I hope I don't play against Shadows, because I didn't play against any until now. Yeah. And I hope it's for tomorrow the same.
Sometimes that just happens, right? You know, everyone has said it so far. There's a little bit of luck involved in card games in general. But sometimes it's just the matchups.
Right.
So I think that's going to be it for us. Congratulations, and for you guys at home, that was our last feature match for today. We're going to be back here on the live stream in around 11.5 hours. It's going to be 9 a.m. Local time here in the Netherlands. If you're going to be awake for a few more hours, go on and check out on YouTube the team event that's happening over in the US. I'm sure they've got lots of Yu-Gi-Oh! To show you. So from me and all the team here, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you join us again tomorrow. See you soon.